Good morning, everybody. It's Gina. Today's Wednesday. It is not Tuesday, it's Wednesday. I did not film yesterday after my Weight Watcher meeting. So I'll quickly go over that and then we'll go over the weekly and we're just going to move forward. And I'm going to share with you my thoughts on stress. This video is about stress and avoiding it. Okay. So, I have hounded it to death enough for you all to know that I'm not doing well. And I believe I now have confirmation that a lot of it is stress. And stress will make you maintain or even gain, and it cannot do anything positive for you. Well, and it's a sin. I'm just being honest. We are supposed to lay everything at the feet of Jesus, do what we can, do the best for our best for any situation, and give it to Him. That's the ideal situation. However, we're human, and the Gina stresses. The Gina stresses a lot. I stressed about my family. I stressed about my cousin. Well, he is my family also. I've stressed about my cousin for the past month and a half. I'm still obviously not having a good result with my immediate family. Although I have seen a little tiny flicker of, I don't want to say resolution because I don't want to get myself all in a tizzy. But there has been a slight contact. And when I say slight, all it did was make me mad. But they have spoken to each other for the first time since September. I'm not going to cry. And the reason why I'm not going to cry is because all it did was make me mad. But they've spoken. Okay, so let's get back to me and my weigh-in. Now, if you're new to my channel and you don't know anything about what I just talked about, and you're still here, welcome to the Gina. And you can apply the same scenario that I'm talking about to anything in your life that has got you stressing, emotionally unstable, eating on like your stress eating or emotionally eating, or in my case, I 100% believe emotionally retaining, and you're not gonna believe why until I tell you. But so you can apply this to any situation that you're personally in. Mine just happens to be my son and my husband are in a fight. A long fight, which is obviously causing me stress because I'm not getting to see my grandkids. So, I weighed in yesterday. Okay, so last week I told you I was 0.2. I couldn't remember if it was up or down, but that I was, my movement was 0.2. Basically stayed the same. 0.2 can be a sip of water. You know what I mean? You had a little drink of water. It could be up, it could be down, it could be water. I don't even stretch. I don't even stretch. Stress 0.2s, 0.3s. That doesn't affect me one way or the other. But I was up 0.2 last week and I was down 0.2 this week, making me exactly the same. And I think I told you I thought I was going to maintain. So in saying that, I was proven right. I knew I wasn't up. I knew I wasn't down. I knew I was basically the same. I could feel it in my body. And I sat down and spoke with my boss for a good long time on Monday. He's doing better. That makes me do better. It takes one thing off my plate. And, I was emotionally attached to the fact that yesterday was my 1 year weigh-in. And I know I'm up. as a whole, because I was down farther in December. I'm still up from that. There's nothing I can do about that. No matter what I lose, I'm still up until I get it off. And I ended the year at 17.8 pounds. I was what I know at one point in time I got my 25 pound loss thing. So I'm still up, and I know that, and until I get it off, I can't change that. But I didn't gain yesterday. So that's as a whole. The year as a whole is over. I'm going to do my best to not think about that year, and I have a fresh, clean start starting today, right? So yesterday I weighed in, and it was almost like, you know that feeling when you're carrying a load, you're carrying a heaviness, and you find the result, or you're at the result, or you're at the culmination, and it's over, and in that instant you have that feeling. That's the emotion that I had when I sat down in the Weight Watcher meeting yesterday. I was like, oh my God, it's over. My 1 year's over. I made it. Everybody in my meeting also knew I was at the point of quitting, and they were all very, very supportive. We're so glad you're here. We're so glad you didn't quit. I'm proud of you. This is your yay, yay, yay. You know how Weight Watchers is. And so I made it a whole year. I only lost 17.8 pounds, but, and I know we're not supposed to say that, as a positive, I'm saying that's 17.8 pounds that I wouldn't have had I not done it. It cost me a heck of a lot of money to lose 17 pounds, but I'm saying that this emotional stress relief, I guess, or ending happened to me yesterday in my meeting. And so I was like, okay, this is it. Tomorrow is a brand new year. I mean, it literally was, yesterday was the last day, my 365th day yesterday. So I was basically the same. I had that swoosh feeling. We had a really good meeting. The meeting was all about, what are you going to eat? Are you going to prep? Are you going to plan? Are you going to have a plan in place? What are you going to do to make your days better? Different ways to have a plan in place to stop running into the drive-thru, which I don't do very often anyways, because I don't really care for fast food. But making something that's unhealthy because it's faster or easier, or, in my case, running into the local Mexican restaurant and getting an enchilada rice and bean. I don't really do that, but that's where my head goes. Running across the street to the taco truck. If they had chicken, that would be fine, but he only has asada. And he's one of our renters, and we know him really well, and it's like the best one in the county. People come from all over the county to eat this food, and sometimes out of state, the first thing they hit when they get into state is, let's go to the taco truck. And literally, I can open my window and see that taco truck 4 days a week. And he rents for me. And he's always, you want some food, Gina? You want some food? I don't know. I don't know how to talk Mexican, but he's the sweetest man. But that's not good food. It is. It's amazing food, but it's not good for you food. I mean, I guess it could be, depending on what you did. If I just got the meat and the lettuce and the tomatoes and told them hold all the other stuff, maybe, because I'm sure asada meat I'm getting off track. You get what I'm saying? That's my vision. I can choose poorly easier than choosing correctly, as I am sure a lot of you can also. I'm going to have to take a minute and find my weekly because I can't find it. And I am literally sitting in front of our utility company because I need to run in and pay a bill. Matter of fact, let me just pause this. I'll run in and pay the bill, and I'll be right back out. Okay, so back to the subject. You know what I mean when I say choosing correctly. And so the entire meeting yesterday was about plan your meeting. Plan your meals. Plan your meeting. My mind is just crazy today. We got some really good ideas as far as one lady said that she took a pound of hamburger meat and a pound of ground turkey, fried it all up together, put it in 3-ounce servings, and froze it in baggies so that they were already prepared all the time. If you needed to make yourself a quick taco or a quick, something with ground beef, it was already ready. I don't know that I would necessarily need to put the beef and the turkey together, but I did like the idea of having already prepared meats ready to go for lunches, because I do tend to, I'll wait till 2 o'clock when I get home and I'll just grab something, but then I'll start making dinner. Well, if I eat something at 2 o'clock, I don't want dinner at 5 o'clock. And that is swiftly coming to an end, I'll be honest. I'm going to go off topic for a minute and talk about if you get more exercise in, you're starving. When I move more, want more food. And so I can see that as a plus or a minus, depending on how you allow yourself to eat that food that you're wanting, because your metabolism is moving more. But that's just a little insight to something that's coming up. But when you move more, you want more, you eat more, you need to choose wisely. So there was that topic that was brought up about the meat. And then another one was, which is something Sandy already does and Carrie already does. I think a lot of you do. I did it. I made a big batch of chili, put it in the freezer, and probably I ate 2 or 3 of them when I very first made it, because I just left them in the refrigerator in sealed mason jars, and it lasted, a good fair amount of time. But the ones in the freezer, I ended up throwing them out, mason jar and all, just because they were bugging me one day, and I just chucked them. I know, yell at me, go ahead, whatever, I'm going to get thumbs downs for that too. But I did. I was mad, and I was irritated, and I was tired of looking at them, so I just chucked them. Which was a waste, and I know that. But I like the idea of the prepared meat to use a lot, and again, I haven't done it, but I'm going to try it, a lot better than a prepared soup or chili or something like that. I would just as soon take 1 or 2 of the little prepared things of meat, open a can of beans, or stick a can of beans in the crock pot, and have a small little serving set for the next day or 2 in my refrigerator fresh, then to pull it. I found I wasn't pulling it out of the freezer, is what I'm trying to say. In a roundabout, long way, Gina's trying to say I don't pull things out of the freezer. So, okay. So we talked about the meeting, we talked about my weight. Now I want to talk about the crux of what I want to talk about. Stress. If you're still here, I can assume that you live a moderate to severe stressful life as well. And I just want to share this with you. We're going to see how it works out next week, but I was done with my Weight Watcher meeting yesterday, and I decided with Lenny we were going to go to lunch, and we battled back and forth during the meeting where we were going to go, because remember, I'm in a low place, and I was like, I want Round Table Pizza, Olive Garden, or Thai. And she was like, well, I really don't want Thai, So not only was I doing bad for myself, I was discouraging my friend who it was the first time she had been to a meeting in a month. Okay, all around bad. But this weight was lifted off of me, and I knew I had a new mindset, and we had already scheduled, we were going to go to lunch and decided pretty much what we were going to do. Of the three, we had to decide of the three. Well, we ultimately ended up going to Round Table because it has a really great big salad bar. Many options for a wonderful salad. And then I ate 2 pieces of pizza. My problem with Round Table is the little cinnamon breadish, desserty type, like a breadstick, but it's cinnamon. I love those. And I think I ate like 4. And they are 3 points a piece. So that was a lot of points just for breadsticks. Cinnamon breadsticks. But this is why I want to talk to you about stress. Okay, so that feeling left me. I was like, whatever. I ate all that pizza yesterday, all that bread, all of that was going on in my life. I just had the stress reliever from Pastor. Even though it made me mad, I had a little tiny bit of inkling of something going on with my husband and my son. And my year was up on Weight Watchers. And from yesterday to today, my home scale is down 1.2 pounds in one day. Eating all that pizza. And last night, what did I eat? Popcorn. I didn't eat any dinner because I had had enough points and I wasn't really hungry. But I did make me a 3-point popcorn, and I ate maybe half of that. And a cup of coffee last night. That's what I had. Oh, yesterday I had a real Pepsi too at lunch. For other reasons, but I did. None of it good. It was amazing. Let me be clear about it. It was amazing. But I had me a great big nice salad full of veggies, and 2 pieces of pizza, and 2 mini Cinna sticks. It was wonderful. And I was down today. And you know why I think it was? I think it was because, well, it was one of 2 things. I have a lot more activity in my life this week, and the stress, because I didn't have that much more activity from yesterday to today, but yet I lost 1 pound yesterday eating all that bread and pizza. I don't understand that, but I'm going with it. And I believe that it was like, I'm not stressed. And I got a full night's sleep. I got, now granted, I took 2 Tylenol and a Benadryl last night, because I was like, if I don't get some sleep soon, I'm just going to lose my mind. So I took those, and which is something that I take Benadryl to alleviate some of the pain in my back. Not often, once a month, maybe, even less probably, from all the scar tissue, which is a whole nother story. You can watch it on Storytime. It has to do with that. It has nothing to do with today, other than the repercussions of an illness that I had many years ago. And, oh, my food bank people are leaving. I need to go in my office. I'll be back again. Okay, guys, so I've already had 2 compliments. I don't know exactly why, because it's just plain old clothes. But since so, I'm going to give you my outfit of the day. So here is the outfit of the day. So go all the way down to my feetsies. And all the way back up. Although I know Sandy hates it when I show my feet. There they are. Okay, so for this week's weekly, it says plan your meals. And it says plan your meals. As with most things in life, advance work pays off with mealtime. Whether you pre-track your dinner in the afternoon, batch prep the week's lunches, or decide a full week's menu before you even eat breakfast, planning makes it easier. And in a nutshell, that's what this entire week is about. Get in the eating healthy zone. You can plot how your meal and snacks work together over a day to help you stay within your daily budget. and earn a blue dot. And we have still every week in our meeting people that do not understand what the blue dot means. Several of them yesterday in the meeting just thought, oh, that meant I finished that day and I was on to a new day, not realizing that they had been blue dotting and was in a healthy zone for, the whole, which they were new, maybe 2 weeks old, that they had done blue dotted for over a whole week and didn't even realize that they were doing really, really well. I don't know why the light is going. It's when I go back and forward. Okay, I'll try to stay right there. And it really is bad quality, isn't it? It's just for a short amount of time. It says, enjoy every bite when you shed the stress. Now, I didn't know they were going to talk about stress because I haven't read this yet. When you shed the stress of last-minute decisions, you can anticipate and then really savor the taste, textures, and colors of your meals and your snacks. In a nutshell, that's what this week is about. So this week, I'm going to do my best to pre-track, pre-plan, prepare. I brought today, for today's food, I brought some hummus and sugar snap peas to snack on. A couple of eggs, a tangerine, a banana. That's all I brought. And that is going to be what I eat until 2 o'clock. Well, about 1:45, I have to head home. I have a couple of new girls coming for some lessons on planners. One of them for her planner. She's getting into planning, and the other one for crochet. So I have a couple of new girls in my life this week, young girls, preteen and teen, low teen, who are learning new trends, and they're coming to visit the Gina. So that is it for your weekly. This particular week's recipe is warm kale salad with onion and mushroom and egg. It's really pretty. And here's your recipe. And your prep, if I can get it in there. Really looks blurry to me. And that is it for this week's weekly. I hope you all have a blessed day. I will catch you all. I've got to get my declutter video up. I know I'm behind. I know, people. I'm a loser when it comes to that. I'm a loser, and I'm okay with that. I'm losing. They're winning. I'll fix it. Talk to you later. Bye-bye. God bless.